and your next move from Sengkang, you went back to Borough. But let's talk about Sheffield Wednesday, because at Borough you started banging in a few goals, and that's when people started looking. That's a big move from Borough to Sheffield Wednesday, isn't it?
Yeah, it was just mental, really. I said I'd had a year at Borough and done really well, and I was doing a few trial games at Carlisle. Carlisle got me back from Singapore. I landed for about 3 weeks, and they couldn't get any deal over the line. And I got a phone call off Kenny Lowe at the time, who was my manager of the team before. He said, "Look, just come back and play football." I'd got disillusioned with the Carlisle thing, and that I wasn't going to be a pro again. And I got a job. I actually started I worked back into the factory. So I was being a factory worker during the day and football at night. And then it was just one game. I got around. The guy who actually scouted me was a guy called Bill Green, who's not just passed away last year, unfortunately. He was a fantastic gentleman. And he actually came to a christening on the Sunday in Newcastle. So he came up to this christening, didn't have a game to go and watch because he was a scout. He said, "I'll just go and watch this little game round the corner at Bishop Auckland versus Barrow." And he is little old Grant Holt playing, and I managed to score a hat-trick. Didn't know who was in the crowd, just done what I'd done, walked away from the game. And I got a phone call about a week and a half later saying, and I was like, right, okay. And it was off the Barrow manager. He went, "Look, we've got a game tonight, but I need you to come and see me in the office before. So come like half an hour early." And I was like, he never rings me to come in half an hour. I was like, he better not drop me, because I scored like 10 goals out of like 15 games.
Yeah.
And I walked in his door and he said, "Just to let you know, you're not playing tonight." And then me being me is like, "What do you mean I'm not playing?" What? I didn't even let him get the last sentence out before I was like, da. I was like, "No, you're going on trial to Sheffield Wednesday tomorrow." And I was like, "Wednesday in the Championship?" He's like, "Yeah, you're definitely going. You're not playing tonight. We'll make up an excuse because we don't want anyone to know what's going on. We'll make an excuse."
Which level were Borough at? Were they non-league or conference or?
Yeah, Barrow were a conference in National League South. National. It was. Yeah, so it was basically about, for them to the Championship was about 8 steps, something like that.
That's what I was gonna say. You went like 8 steps up to Championship. Obviously,
yeah, 8 steps.
Obviously, they've seen something.
They've seen something in there. Yeah, they've seen something in there. There is a weird time with the club because obviously they were we actually got relegated when I went there, and they were really struggling at the time. But I always remember I've gone from playing in front of Barrow and like 800, 900 people in Barrow, and then I remember walking in. I signed on the Thursday or Friday, and I trained on the Friday. I walked in on the Saturday, and it was a home game. And I remember walking up, parked my car up where everyone used to park. Didn't really know what to do. I had to walk up, and I'd done it at Halifax a little bit, but you now got to talk on a different level with Sheffield Wednesday. And I remember there being about 800 people just trying to get autographs on the way in. And it's like, I just played in front of them, now 800 of them want autographs. And to walk in the stadium, that iconic stadium, to walk in nearly 33,000 people being there, I was thinking, oh my goodness, like if I'm involved in this. And then literally about a week and a half later, I'm now getting the shout, "Look, Grant, come on, you're going on." I'm like, right, okay, I'm going on in front of 32,000 people at Hillsborough. A little bit nerve-wracking, but I said that's what it was. And it was one of the, sometimes you have to pinch yourself a little bit, like, do I belong here after what I've done last week? So it's just a bit strange, really.
And I want to ask you, what was your mindset like? Because you have, like you said, you've gone 8 steps up. You're in the dressing room, and you're thinking like, what else? Like you said, did you have like a imposter syndrome at that time? Like, I don't belong here, or were you confident that this is your stage?
No, massively. I said it's the only time I've ever walked in a football club and thought, do I belong at this level? Am I good enough to hold my own at this level? Can I do it? Could I achieve this level and continue to do it? And it is doubtful. I don't care what anyone says. You walk into a club where you've gone from, even when I've been in the league, but to come back to it, to be that club, that iconic. People think of Sheffield Wednesday now as not really a big club, but in them days, they were massive. You think Wardle, the Canny, or the things they achieved, the players that they're at that football club, Hurst, people like that we've watched in the Premier League and stuff for years, to actually go in there and be part of them names. Kevin Pressman's still in the club, and you're like, oh my goodness, like Kevin Pressman, I've seen him play for years. And it was daunting, but I said I got in the game and started playing, and as soon as I started playing and being involved in it, it was kind of like, well, you're here now, so if you're here, just go and have a go. And it was kind of, and I still believe if I'd gone to Sheffield Wednesday at a different time, where there wasn't so much. So we got relegated the year after, was pressure in League One to get promoted. If I hadn't gone there, if I'd gone there the year where they were stable, like with the year, about 2 years after they got stable and they got promoted, if I'd gone then my career had gone, I think, that way then with Sheffield Wednesday. But sometimes your football doesn't work like that.
Yeah, absolutely. I interviewed Carlton Palmer a couple of weeks ago, and he made his name at Sheffield Wednesday as well. So it's a huge club. And, and he said some very nice things about that. Your stint at Sheffield Wednesday only lasted 1 season, right?
Yeah.
And then you moved to Rochdale.
Yeah.
How did that move come about?
It was just one of them things. Like I said, I was just needed to get out. The club were in a place I wasn't playing. I needed to play. I'd learned so much stuff. I always say I had some fantastic forwards there, and Mark Robbins is a massive inspiration of mine. I was with him for that season. He showed me so much, and I just need to go and play football. And I got a phone call of Steve Parkin, who was the manager at the time. He said, "Look, I know what you're about. I seen you play at Barrow. We came to watch you. We couldn't do the deal because we knew it was going to be money, and Sheffield Wednesday wanted to sign you. Just come and put the smile back on your face like you were at Barrow. Run around, do whatever you need to do, and you'll achieve something." And that was all he said to me. And when I heard them words, I was like, "Yeah, I'm coming." So they agreed. The fee, I think, it was about £10,000 or whatever it was. They redeemed the money back. I'm sure they regret that, Sheffield Wednesday at the time. And that was it. I just went, and it was like being in, like a weight had been lifted. I walked in. I was coming in with people knowing who I was a little bit because I'd been at Sheffield Wednesday, so it wasn't as big a jump as what it was.
Yeah.
And I just loved that football club. To me is massively in my heart. I absolutely loved it. The team we had, the fans, the way we were, the relationship, and everything just clicked for me. And it was just absolutely fantastic for them seasons.
I'm looking at your stats here. 75 games, 34 goals. That's not bad a return for a striker, isn't it?
Yeah, not bad. Not bad, that, actually. We was very fortunate. We had some good players there that were probably underrated. Obviously, we had Ricky Lambert with me at the time who went on to do what he achieved. But we had other players who had good careers, good solid careers in Championship and League Ones and stuff. So we had a good team. And I said, he just made the better of me because we had a good mix. We had older lads, we had young lads, we had middle ages, and everyone just really wanted to win, and everyone enjoyed each other's company. And it really gave me that sense that I belonged, and then everything kind of came on top of that, really.